Kite is one of those movies that I really like, but have a hard time recommending to most people. At its core, it's a decently fun action thriller, but throw in some uncomfortably erotic elements, and I can see a lot of people being thrown off by a lot of what is here, even in just the cut down version of the film. The film follows Sawa, a young girl groomed into being an assassin who, under the orders of her adoptive creep of a detective father, murders the scum of the world. However, after meeting a fellow charismatic youth hitman, Sawa breaks free of her binds, and the full truth of all that is going on comes to light. I should probably mention that if you watch the cut down version of the film, all the sex is cut, and it plays out purely as a dark thriller. If you watch the uncut version, well yes, there are a few scenes that set up a moment later on. It's mostly just really uncomfortable hentai. The film is full of nasty, awful people, which makes me glad that I actually liked and cared about Sawa, and also naturally her romantic interest by the name of Oberi. I really wanted to see them survive the hell they were put through, and my goodness did I hate every single antagonist the film has. I'm actually really happy that even in the cut down version, the violent action is all completely here. It's over the top, and there are some absolutely fantastically absurd set pieces that were a joy to watch. I also like that we got quite a few more quiet, atmospheric scenes of just Sawa and Oberi spending time together. My goodness, this film is pretty. Sadly, the DVD doesn't do it as much justice, but my gosh, the remastered Blu-ray version of the film looks incredible. The only real issue with both versions is sometimes certain parts of the print look as if they were ripped straight from a VHS copy of the film. The animation just looks really nice all around. It's moody but really pleasant as well, with lots of shots having a wonderful sense of small-time scale and a great use of pleasing colors. Also, it's just a really smoothly animated film, and naturally all the gore was grade A. In the sound department, the dub was fine. It didn't do anything amazing, and all the guys sounded fairly similar to one another, but it wasn't bad. I do really like that in the Japanese sub, the American characters speak English, while everyone else speaks Japanese. It's a neat little touch you miss out on if you watch the dub. Other sounds are pretty good. All the guns and explosions had some nice oomph to them, which I appreciate, and I like the ambience of the city. However, I'm really just not a fan of jazz, so the soundtrack legit did absolutely nothing for me. And with all that said, Kite is an enjoyable enough ride, but one that I can't recommend to everyone. It has some great action scenes you can just watch on YouTube if you don't want to watch the whole thing, but if you do, you'll find a dark, fairly well told crime thriller. However, all things considered, I just recommend you go watch Mezzoforte instead. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I want to give a big thank you to the show's patrons, my friend Orion Knight for making the wonderful Art of Punish Neat you see now, and the thumbnail, as well as my friend Alex for touching up the thumbnail design, and Alexander for performing and doing up the show's intro song. My Patreon and their social media accounts will be in the description, and if you have any comments, questions, or recommendations, leave them down below as I read and reply to everything. This is Thierry Williamson signing off until the next video. See you guys!